How's it going, everybody? Nick Daniels here yet again with a little, I don't know what you want to call it today, vlog, I guess. So I want to just talk about two little things here real quick. So sit back, relax, grab something to eat, take it easy, and enjoy the video. So first of all, video from the other day there, I just want to refresh you there. I've put my 2-week notice into where I'm currently working, not going very well over there. So I've applied to about 7-8 places right now. Now, most of these they've all been online because a lot of the places, unfortunately, don't seem to want to take like a physical copy of a resume. They don't seem to be all about that anymore. I think that personally, that's a very important step because you already build that connection. Like, I feel that it shows, I wouldn't say innovation, it shows, there's that word, confidence maybe. But you walk in, you've got that resume, you know, the manager's there, you shake hands, you're like, hey, here's my resume, you know, in case you guys are hiring, give me a call, you know, I'm looking, yada, 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 and they get that, right? They get that, right? First impressions, it's everything, and they meet you, so it's, they can tie a face to a resume, so it's not just like an online resume, they have no idea. Let's be honest, a lot of the times people can write stuff on the resume and they can just bullshit. I found that time and time again, not being that I'm hiring anybody. I think my camera's off, by the way. And like I said, completely fucking off, like on an angle. But like I said, it's not like I hire anybody. But if I were to look at a resume and it said like, great communication ability, I'm telling you right now, I have worked with several people that have wrote that on a resume, and I'm telling you right now, they were shite. Like they were no good with communication. But it's just like that buzzword, right? You can write it down, they read it, they like it, they hire you, right? But that way they get an idea of actually who you are, right? Quick little conversation, right? Okay, and like I said, you can tie a face, you know, a face to a name or to a resume in this instance. So I think that's something to write home about. Now, second thing here, quickly want to talk about here, just got an undercoating done on the car. Now, I've never done an undercoating, but yeah, they had it done in about 40 minutes. I want to say 40 minutes, so it's actually pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised. Like, I expected to sit there for 2 hours, and while I was doing this, so I was sitting there waiting, I gave course feedback to my program, and I feel like I'm very open to say this. This school year has not been good. It's been rough, and it's had a toll on not only me, but the fellows and one lady that I go to school with, or my classmates. It's had a toll on everybody. Unfortunately, a few of the classmates are very antisocial people. They don't really speak up. They don't really say anything. So to kind of get your point across, it's like if you have 8 people in a classroom and everybody's struggling, but only 2 or 3 people are saying, hey, listen, I'm struggling, right? This isn't working. Like, not specifically like they can't get their work done or something, but like just to say the program in general is not going well. If only 2 or 3 people are talking, and only 2 or 3 people are bringing it up to someone of actual importance, whether that be now the instructor, who about that, right? Then they might not take the whole group seriously because over half of them aren't even saying anything. But what they're doing is they're complaining in the hallways. They're going home, like, you know, they're sitting in a dark room playing video games, and then they're just not saying anything. But once in a while, if you do ask them, if you straight on directly ask these people, they'll tell you they're disgruntled, but they're not going to go much more into that. So it's kind of hard because I don't really feel like in that situation that we're in, because that is what's happening, that things are kind of going the way you'd want them to go. And there's also a way of approaching this situation. You kind of have to, it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? You kind of have to look at it from, you know, a pro and a con, because if you start speaking up, you almost seem like the bad guy, right? Like, okay, this guy constantly bringing stuff up, he's constantly complaining, right? I don't like this. But at the same time, if you just don't say anything, then that's a huge problem because they just don't think there's anything wrong, and they're going to keep doing exactly what they're doing. Now, I've only got basically, what are we, like 27th, I think, today. 28th, actually. 28th today, yeah, so I basically have like 2 weeks, and then this semester's over, then it's the Christmas break, and then it's like what? January, February, March, April. It's 4 months. Literally, it's April 29th. I start the work term. So it's literally 4 months. That's all I have left. And I'm telling you, the sad reality of this school year is I can't really tell people what I've been doing because I haven't really been doing anything, like, for work-wise. You know, I've been doing little assignments here and there, but nothing, like, major, or nothing I was, like, bragging about. Like, the first year, man, oh my God, mate, I was loving it. I was like, this is awesome. And I love the fact that, I'm sorry, I love the fact that I could talk about things that I never could talk about 4 months ago, right? Like, I never knew these terms, or they existed, or anything. I never knew how a computer worked, and, you know, I just plug it in and go, right? And it's funny coming back to it, and like how different my outlook on it is in a second year, because now it's like the complete opposite. It's like, man, like, I only have, in my opinion, I only have that first year to back me for knowledge. The second year has been just complete shite. And I submitted this feedback form, and I felt really bad because it's not like there's a lot of area for me to comment. It's basically just a quick multiple choice of strongly agree to strongly disagree and anything in between. And I put a lot of strongly disagrees in there. I think I have 6 classes. Hold on. Okay, so I got 3 with one guy. I got 1 with the other guy. I got 2 with the, okay, I have 7. For 6 of them, or no, sorry, for 5 of them, I put very negative yet constructive feedback. So I tried to make it like, I wasn't just like, fuck this guy, yo, fuck him. It was like, listen, this isn't working, this is what it is. And I've already gone through the proper channels. So I tried the instructor, then I tried to step up from there. Like, you know, you got to work at that base level first. And if you don't feel like you're making any improvements, I don't really know what to do. And that's a huge problem. It's something we fought the entire school year, and I can say not necessarily just I, but there'd be more than myself involved in that situation. And I'm gonna yawn again, I'm sorry, I can't help it. But yeah, it's just a situation that sometimes I feel like I fight a losing battle, right? And that's kind of one of them. I try to keep a very positive outlook to the situation now, because that negativity is not going to succeed. It's not going to get you anywhere. If anything, it's just going to make everyone around you the same way. So in that sense, I'm trying to keep that situation as positive and as possible, which I feel like I'm doing a half decent job at. But like I said, as one individual, there's only so much that I cannot do. And there's other classmates there. I said I have 7 other classmates. There's 2 others, but they're only in for a couple classes, so they're not fully in, right? They're just extras. But the other 7 people, oh my God, I'm getting on fucking 3 times in a video. Jesus Christ, I can't help it, man. I'm fucking tired. I'm sorry, okay? But anyway, so I can't help those other people, right? They're doing their own thing, and I'm staying out of that situation. But when you're like, the way I've always said about going to a post-secondary institution is the way you want to treat it is like a job, right? Treat it professionally, right? And yeah, I don't mind, like, I goof around and, I act like a 10-year-old, and that's fine, and I think everybody should be able to do that. But there's also a point that I walk down the hallways and I can hear somebody, like, I'm telling you, like, way, way, way away that I can't even physically see, but I can hear them and I can hear their voice. I know who it is, and they're swearing and cursing about, like, an assignment or instructor or whatever. And it's just not professional, right, in the slightest. And that's the problem. It's because that negativity can dip over to other people, and it can disrupt other people who are actually in classes and working, right? If I can hear them that far away, who else can hear them? That's the problem. Who else is listening, right? And what if there's a class and they're trying to work or listen to the instructor and they're hearing that in the hallway? Not very good. So anyway, I know this has been a bit more of a rant, bit of a vlog. Sorry. Anyway, before I keep fucking yawning 5 times in the video, we'll close her there. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. That's the situation as it stands. But we're going to truck through her here, and hopefully to get some work going on sometime soon. I wouldn't mind a job. I know normally you don't quit your job to go to no job, but I actually think that's probably the best thing to do at the moment. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. We're going to see you in the next video, and peace.